If you want cheap Microsoft points and game codes, check out g2a.com. Link is in the description below.
Alright guys, I had this all recorded, ready to edit, but a few of my mates decided to ask me to play football, so I did, and the cat is in the way again. But anyway, so I'm sorry this is late. These predictions were done before the games, and you'll see that because obviously the predictions will be slightly different to the actual outcomes. I know what the outcomes are now. I haven't changed my predictions. The video is the exact same one I've recorded. The Mr. AC sent me his on Facebook about 5 hours ago, so trust me. Well, 5 hours ago is it's about 7 o'clock when you're watching it, so just before the game's kicked off. So yeah, honestly, there is no cheating in this, and why would we? Like, it's just pointless. Yeah, so I'm sorry this is late. I thought I'd still bring you it though, but I know 4 of the matches have already kicked off, but trust me, there's no cheating in this, so I'll just run the video now, and yeah, here are my predictions. Hey guys, it's Melvin7 here, and today I'm bringing you my BPL Predictions Matchday 25. Now, the score's currently between the Mr. AC and me. 59 for me, 85 for the Mr. AC, but I don't even care at the minute. Like, I'm getting so unlucky with results. It's going to come around sooner or later for me. So yeah, let's get into the first game. We've got Arsenal up against Leicester. Now obviously Arsenal getting beat 2-1 in the North London derby, courtesy of Harry Kane. Others performed really well for Tottenham as well though. It was an all-round dominant display and Tottenham deserved to win. Now, Arsenal are at the Emirates and they're going to want some revenge. Leicester, on the other hand, lost 1-0 to Palace, but like we've seen with Hull against City, Hull got battered the previous game, and they just wanted damage limitation basically, and it worked, and they drew against City. So a similar sort of thing could work against Leicester. That being said, Alexis Sanchez is back, so for me it's going to be a lot closer than what people think, and I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal. They're still going to win, but I reckon it's going to be a tight game. Anyway, in game 2 we've got Hull going up against Aston Villa. Now Hull a very good draw against Man City. Aston Villa on the other hand lost 2-1 to Chelsea, but they finally ended their 900-minute goal drought, or 9-hour goal drought, whatever the hell it was. Akure scoring a nice header. So, you know, this one's going to be a very interesting one. They're evenly matched on paper, and now Villa have scored. Maybe that'll spark some confidence and they might score again, who knows. So for me, I'm going to say this is going to be a draw, 1-1. In the next game we've got Sunderland going up against QPR. Now Sunderland 1-1 draw against Swansea. They could have won it, but they didn't. Jermaine Defoe, really nice goal again. QPR, again, getting beat by Southampton. 1-0 though, not the worst result. So, yeah, this is obviously a relegation battle, but personally, QPR haven't picked up a single point away from home, and I don't think it's going to be changing now, considering Harry Redknapp's resigned. And yeah, they're going to obviously be trying to defend a lot more, I would have thought. So Sunderland, I think Jermaine Defoe might get another goal, and I'm going to say 2-0 Sunderland. Next game, we've got Liverpool going up against Spurs. Now, Liverpool, one of the most dullest derbies I have seen in my life against Everton. 0-0, neither team really created anything, and a draw was a fair result in my opinion. Spurs on the other hand, a very, very good win against Arsenal. Obviously, they've just came back from 2 separate derbies, and yeah, they're going to be a bit tired because both teams did, I suppose, give all they could. The Liverpool match, maybe they could have given a bit more, show a bit more urgency, but you know what I mean, it was a derby nonetheless. So this one's going to be very interesting. Kane's on the form of his life at the minute. Lloris looking very stable in goal. Eriksen looking great. Mason looking great. Liverpool on the other hand, I think are without Sterling, but Sturridge is back. Is it EB or Iba? I don't know how the hell you pronounce it. Basically, IBE got man of the match. Their new youngster, I think it's Iba or whatever. But yeah, he looks promising. They've got other players, etc. obviously, so this one's going to be interesting, but for me, Spurs are going to have too much, even though it's at Anfield, not because I'm a Man United fan, just Spurs' recent form has been insane. So I'm going to say 2-1 Spurs. Next game, we've got Chelsea going up against Everton. Now, I think there could be a little bit of a shock here. Now, Everton have been really hard to break down as of late. I suppose Roberto Martinez has converted from his attacking philosophies and tried to focus a lot more on defence. They've obviously been blighted with injuries. A few of them came back. 0-0 draw against Liverpool. A good result for Everton given where their league position has them at the minute. Chelsea on the other hand, a 2-1 result against Aston Villa. Nothing special, you know, an expected win. They didn't really batter them, but they did the job basically. They're at Stamford Bridge though, so I can't see Everton winning. I can see Everton getting something from this game. but I'd be a fool not to go with Chelsea. I mean, I'm going to be pissed if Everton come and draw now, because I've said in this video that they've got the potential to draw. But for me, I hope Cuadrado starts. I want to see what he does, and I'm going to say 2-1 Chelsea. In the next game, we got my team, Manchester United, up against Burnley. Now, Burnley have been so recently. They drew 2-2 with West Brom. Us, on the other hand, lucky to draw against West Ham 1-1, but we went till the end. That is a positive I didn't highlight in my match review. We actually fought till the end. Van Persie and Falcao, although they scored in the same game, the game before in the BPL, they miss sitters against West Ham. There's no better way to put it, alright? So maybe it's not going to work. They're the same sort of strikers. We need to drop one, put Rooney back up front, put Herrera in midfield. As soon as we do that, yeah, I mean, against Burnley, we should be beating them without whatever team we put up. Obviously, I'm not being disrespectful to Burnley, but obviously a team like us should be beating Burnley. But I'm just saying that's the tactics I would use, etc. I would put Herrera in the midfield. Mata at home is a different player to Mata away, so Mata has to start in this game. Chances are he's going to get a goal if he doesn't. For me, I think we're gonna walk past Burnley. In my opinion, it's going to be a you know what, 4-0, alright, might be a bit biased, but I want to see a big result from United. Honestly, as a United fan, I'm sick of seeing boring football. Anyway, 4-0, come on, please let that come true. Anyway, next game we got Southampton up against West Ham, a very interesting game here. Southampton winning 1-0 against QPR, West Ham, very good draw against us. West Ham, maybe a bit tired though, because they worked very hard in that game. Very good draw, obviously. And Southampton, a good win against QPR. Now they're third again. But Southampton are home, so maybe that's gonna make the difference. But in my opinion, West Ham, I think Andy Carroll might be coming back, and if they defend like they did against us, they're gonna have a big chance, especially with Andy Carroll there. Obviously, there's that long ball thing between Louis van Gaal and Sam Allardyce. Louis van Gaal got some stats out today, and yeah, it shows that West Ham put the most long balls up top, and if Andy Carroll's going to be there, they're obviously gonna utilise them. So for me, this one's going to be a high scorer, 2-2. Next game we got Stoke up against Man City. Now Stoke have been really poor recently. A 1-1 draw against Newcastle. Newcastle should have won though, but credit to Stoke. They got a goal right at the end, and yeah, got a nice point. City, terrible against Hull. Absolutely shambolic defending. 1-1, should have lost the game, but they didn't like us, in fairness. So this one at the Britannia, I don't know. Stoke might sit back. They might. Well, obviously they're going to sit back, let's be honest. But am I going to predict a surprise result? You know what? I'm going to do it again. City haven't won in 5 games. I'm not sure if Yaya Toure is going to be playing. I know African Cup of Nations is finished. Ivory Coast won. Not sure if Yaya Toure is going to be back. I think he isn't, so for that reason I'm going to say it's 1-1 Stoke City. In the next game we got Pardew's Palace going up against Newcastle. Very interesting game this one. Newcastle 1-1 draw with Stoke. Palace 1-0 win against Leicester. Pardew's only lost 1 at Crystal Palace, and yeah, this one's going to be a big test of resolve. Cabela looks a new player under Pardew, away from Pardew. Under Carver, he looks a completely new player, so maybe he's going to be looking for some revenge to show Pardew that he was wrong to bench him. I'm not sure, but this one's going to be an interesting encounter, but I think Pardew's going to edge it. I'm going to say 2-1 Palace. The next game we got West Brom up against Swansea. Well, the last game, Swansea 1-1 draw against Sunderland. West Brom 2-2 draw against Burnley. This one writes itself, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to say another draw, and it's 1-1. So I'll be back comparing the Mystery Seas predictions with my own.
Alright guys, so a lot of different results this week. As you can see, he does think Arsenal will win, but he thinks it's going to be more of a rout, whereas I don't. In reverse to a couple of weeks ago, to be honest. Hull Villa, he thinks Hull are going to edge it, whereas I say a draw. Sunderland, we both predict the same result by the same number of goals, but a different scoreline. Liverpool Tottenham, exact same result. We both think Liverpool will lose 2-1 to Tottenham because of Tottenham's recent surge in form. Chelsea, obviously he thinks they're going to win 3-0 as a Chelsea fan, whereas I say 2-1. It's a reverse though. I say 4-0 for Man United, whereas he says 2-1 Man United. Southampton West Ham, I think it's going to be a draw, but he thinks Southampton will win it comfortably at 3-1. Stoke Man City, exact same result. Now that is a surprise, to be honest. We both think City will drop more points, and yeah, we'll see if we're right. Crystal Palace versus Newcastle, he thinks Pardew's going to draw with his old team, whereas obviously I think Pardew's going to win. And West Brom Swansea, I think it's going to be a draw, whereas he thinks Swansea will take all 3 points. Let me know what you think of these predictions in the comment section, and yeah, peace.